Hello, Tom. Let's talk about Dynamics 365.
Yes, let's. You getting comfy?
I am getting very comfy, so
Look
here
at
we
that
go.
slide.
Microsoft
That's off.
Dynamics 365.
Yes.
Question:
Yes.
Is this part of Office 365?
No, Phil, you know that.
Is it part of Microsoft 365?
No.
Just letting everyone know. I don't know that, but you know what? Everyone might
uh,
not know that.
it's a completely separate thing. So, me and Dynamics 365,
Yeah,
we have a very difficult relationship.
yeah.
It's kind of like the second wife that you're not allowed to tell your first wife about. Very
Really?
love-hate. Yeah, very love-hate. Yeah.
I don't get that comparison there, but
It's
understand.
it's it's
I think
fine. It's you,
it's, it's
you want
like the
to you
second
want
wife you can't tell your first wife about. So
right.
which one is it? Is the first wife or the
No,
second?
it's the second wife.
It's the second wife.
Yeah.
And is it all good with the second wife?
No.
Why have a
No.
second wife then? Duh.
Because the first one's not good either.
Anyway, let's talk
Yeah.
about the dynamics, not your yeah, nuptials.
It's nothing to do with me. It's just a figure of
So-
speech.
Okay, fair enough.
So, Dynamics 365
Digital
is
services are transforming the ways customers engage. Every
yes.
employee can and should be empowered. So these are the things it addresses, right?
This isn't
Yeah.
how I would word it, but this is how they want to do it. Um, as you can see in the way that the technology is now shifting, um, there are, as stated on the screen, 3 billion people are using the internet.
Yeah.
Uh, there's 3 billion. I mean, I've annoyed around 2.5 billion.
I can believe that,
And that's
but
a
I
lot,
don't,
right?
yeah. But that is a lot of that's a big number, right?
Yeah.
So 3 billion using the internet, 2 billion have I was going to say have anti-social media accounts. That's what I
Well,
call them.
yeah.
Have social media accounts.
You don't let your children use them, do you?
My eldest does, but the others don't. They have no interest in it either, so it's fine.
Not yet.
And so in 10 years, we'll see the number of devices connected to the internet jump.
Yes.
That's a high number.
Yes.
But we're including phones in that as well, I would assume,
It,
right?
it,
So
it is.
it's understandable.
So the whole point of the slide is kind of to note that with the ever-growing world of the internet, you will need some form of management tool so you can keep everything in one place, right?
Yes.
That's simply what it is. That you can't hide these numbers. They are pretty accurate, except for maybe the bottom within 10-year prediction. You'd never know, right?
You don't know. No,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, the people
And
that still hide away from the internet are now officially a dying breed.
the question is, why does it matter? Why do we need to know this? You're going to say we
Because,
don't, but we
well, you
do.
don't. No, not really.
Well, you kind of do. I
You
think
do.
it goes back to that whole piece we talked about the other day on the other podcast about the digital transformation, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
this is how our customers are now engaging with us. And so we need to be able to understand what the customer engages with, when and
yes.
how, right?
And you need to bear in mind that every single customer will be different at
Yes,
that point. So
absolutely.
you need some way of accumulating that data together
Yeah,
so you can keep it all under one roof.
you can keep it all on one roof and you can
Yes.
act according to the data, right?
Yes.
That's
May I
really the
introduce to
key.
you
Please do. Next
CRM
generation
and
intelligence
ERP.
application.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So CRM and ERP have basically been joined together in this really cool looking slide that was not generated by me because it's not purple to create Microsoft Dynamics 365.
Yeah, I feel like we should have a round of applause when that happens, but we haven't. But anyway.
Now, anyone that's watching can then just clap at
Yeah,
their screen.
okay.
I know at least one person that I'm not going to name that will clap at their screen now I've said that, and everyone will look and think, what's she doing? It's like, or he, could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Yeah, Microsoft Dynamics 365. So this is a all-up sales, marketing, customer management tool. Used to be called CRM Online. You may have heard of it way back when, aka last year. Microsoft decided to get rid of that and then release this instead, Microsoft Dynamics 365. It has had a bumpy journey, No one is here to say that it has been simple because my oh my. Um, so, as Phil said earlier, Microsoft Dynamics 365 is separate to Office 365 and Azure and all the other features that come with it, so Power BI and stuff. The whole point of it is they want them to communicate cross-platforms. Office 365 communicates into Dynamics 365, which then communicates around to Power BI that creates the analytics piece for it to all be looking pretty off, right?
It does make sense for it to work that way, right?
Yes.
And obviously you've still got that level of security you've got that you may not, because if you introduce a third party app, you're creating a little crack in the system, aren't you? No matter
Yeah.
how secure you are, if you've got something that's outside the ecosystem, you're less secure than something that's inside the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so you can buy Microsoft Dynamics 365 in a number of different ways. Um, Back when it was CRM Online, you just had three choices. It was Professional, Basic, or Essentials, and that was it.
Right.
So whatever you bought one of those three, and it gave you the package that you purchased. Now you can either buy Dynamics 365 as a fill-up plan, so you get all the stuff, or you buy the apps separately. And it can become quite confusing, but once you understand what each app comes with, it's just like learning Office 365 for the first time. If you look
Sure.
at Office 365 and all the SKUs and stuff, after about half an hour, you realise there's only real 7 plans, and then all the others are standalone SKUs available in those plans. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a big sheet of products, but it can all be like pretty easily changed once you know what you need.
Sure.
Um, it also works very similar to Office 365 in terms of the subscription types. So we did a piece on Microsoft 365 as well that they've split into business and enterprise, and they're doing the same now with Dynamics 365. They're doing a business edition and an enterprise edition.
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
exactly the same rules apply to 365. 300 seat maximum to business. Enterprise edition is unlimited. Business edition is not properly here yet. So financials is here, and it's now called Operations and Financials for Business Edition. I think they change their name quite regularly. But the marketing pieces are not here yet, and the sales pieces are not here yet, and the customer service pieces are not here. These are just for business. Enterprise is all here, but the business stuff
It's not here yet.
not here yet. All right. Also important to note that the business edition is a cloud-only model. You cannot get business edition on-prem. And on the flip side, for enterprise edition, if you buy an online SKU, it gives you dual use rights to use on-prem.
Right. Okay. That's
Okay.
good to know. I didn't know that.
That's right there, point 3.
Yeah, I know that
Right.
now.
Yeah.
I didn't know it then.
So you can do it. So I don't think you have to buy on-prem licensing. You can buy online licensing and then use the on-prem keys.
Cool. Okay.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
All right. Understood.
I believe
Um,
so.
yes. Just to give you, this is a cool little graph. Just shows you where people sit in the chain. It's it's quite an older SKU because they've changed the name of one of them. So the main plans are the enterprise plans. They're now called customer engagement. So plan 1 is now called Dynamics 365 for Customer Engagement Enterprise Edition and breathe. And plan 2 is still called Enterprise Edition Plan 2.
Right. Okay.
Underneath that, you've got your apps. So they give you less access, but it's access more to the specific fields, so sales, customer service, etc. If you specifically want the sales app, then you can just get the sales app and it gives you the sales features inside Dynamics.
Okay. And I can purchase the apps individually, so I can purchase 2 of those apps if I want to.
Yep, you can do.
Right. Fair enough.
Yep. And then there's the team members one, which is simply read only. So you just go in at like a read level, just for users who don't need to do a lot inside of it, but need it for like
Information.
information. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
There are 2 different SKUs for sales and 2 different SKUs for team members.
Right. Okay.
This is where it gets a little bit confusing, but bear with me. We shall fight through. There is 2 for sales. One is just a standard sales SKU, unlimited user cap, and then there is a small business sales SKU. So that's kind of like, it's a temporary SKU at the minute. By the time you listen to this, it may no longer exist. Kind of like a placeholder until business comes out. So it's a limited SKU, only available for up to 25 users. But any small companies who want Dynamics 365 for sales can get that SKU. Gives them
Okay.
exactly the same features as the full SKU.
Fine. Okay.
Right. It just means that When they get to 25 users, they then got to buy all of them under the more expensive SKU. So it's just for small companies. Okay.
Right. Sure.
Same rules apply to team members, but that's 150 user cap, I believe.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember, isn't it?
It is, but that's why we record it and put it on something called YouTube, so people can just pause it, write it down, and
Sure.
go back, and pause it and go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
I can't do that on the phone.
No.
Please hold. Um, okay. We're back onto the world of digital transformation, Phil.
Yeah, but it makes sense though, doesn't it?
Oh, you're so Microsoft happy,
No,
aren't you?
I'm
Look
not.
at
It
you.
just does make sense. That's the whole point. Okay, so customer engagement. I've got my CRM. I'm
Mhm.
understanding how my customer are engaging. What are they reacting to? What, campaigns are they reacting to? How they're reacting to it? What time of day are they reacting to it? Okay,
Yes.
so I collect that data. Then I empower my employees. So it's no good one person having all that information. They need to spread it across the organization so that everyone can react to how they engage with their customers. Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And then I need to organize my operations to match the customer engagement. So again, my employees need to understand that, so they need a system to do that.
Yes.
Yes, and that's what it does. It gives them that system. It gives them an easy view of, what services are available when and how, right?
Phil has just done the slide.
But also
Oh, he's
transforming.
not
Yeah,
finishing.
no, I'm not finishing.
Go on.
Transforming your product. So I might find that my customers aren't engaging in a certain way to a certain product, but I can see that they are heading towards something else.
Yes.
So I can transform my offering based on my understanding of my customer and based on my current capability from my operations.
That's it.
Boom.
It's also transforming for their needs.
Yes.
So Dynamics 365, you can customize it how they want it to be.
In real layman terms, how many people, and you can't answer me, but Tom, do you like getting junk mail?
It depends if it's from people I'm not interested in or a Nigerian family who need my
No,
money.
if it's junk mail, so if you get some junk mail advertising something you're not interested in,
Oh no, I
you
don't care
chuck
about
it
that.
in the bin, right?
But I do
That's a,
want to help the Nigerian family.
it's a it's a waste of resources, plus it's
Yeah.
annoying to the customer. With this kind of model, you no longer have to produce junk mail. You can send the mail to the people who they're actually interested in it.
Yes.
So if you have someone who's buying suddenly buying baby stuff, they're buying cots and they're buying push chairs and you can send them, vouchers for Pampers because there's either a baby on the way or there's a baby here already. And they're going to say,
There you
"Oh,
go.
I got vouchers for Pampers. Perfect." So their customer is now engaged and they're happy rather than, "Oh, I've got more junk mail, chuck it in the bin."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's a brief introduction to Dynamics 365, everyone.
So that's and that's what it is. And it helps you to understand what you have in place to engage with your customers, how your customers engage with you, and how to match the two together to bring out delight for the customer.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done, Phil.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's Dynamics 365.
Yep.
Any questions? Pop them Tom's way. You got his
Um,
email address right at the beginning of the
we did,
slide
unfortunately.
deck. Yeah.
Bear in mind that Dynamics 365 can only be purchased on CSP and
Good point.
EA.
Sure.
Can't be done on open licensing. The on-prem stuff can, but yeah, but back then this avenue is very similar to Microsoft 365.
Cool. Perfect. Excellent. Great talking to you again, Tom.
As always, Phil, it's
And
been
I'm
a
glad
pleasure.
the slides were not purple. All right, cheers.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
See ya, bye.